Hey, Channel Surfers. Dee's reminding me right now why she gets the senior discount.
Fuck you.
It's 4:30 in the afternoon. I needed a nap. I'm a toddler over here needing a nap, and she's texting me it's almost bedtime. It's like 4 o'clock. And then we just started our intro, and she was like too washed out. So I said, all right, let's redo it. And she's like, yeah, it's almost bedtime. It's 4:30 on the dot.
It's half an hour I take my shower.
You ready to go to that early bird dinner special?
Hey, I'm not the one taking naps in the middle of the afternoon.
I'm a toddler. I also peed the bed. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I
All
wouldn't
right.
be surprised.
This is Remote Reality. I'm Lauren.
And this is Dee.
And we have been having recording issues and everything since Dee tried to get us to manifest all kinds of stuff this morning with some TikTok video.
I will never send affirmations again.
You know what? I believe in those affirmations. I made our own.
Okay.
We are going to kick ass with our podcast in the following months with these new episodes because it is so.
We are going to kick ass with these podcasts in the next few months with these new episodes because it is so.
Okay, it was probably a mouthful, but
it was a lot.
Well, Sister Wives, season 20, episode 1.
Wow.
Look how far we've come. The episode is called Why I Want to Be a Monogamist. Okay. Sister Wives, nothing says Sister Wives like the reasons I want monogamy and one ring wrapped around the eye. Screaming Sister Wives. Yeah, I think this is the end. I think we are done after this season.
I do too.
Let's watch.
Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the hosts side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
We start with Robyn saying, this family is a painful and sad mess. That's a good description, Robyn. Girl, that family done been gone. When was the last time Kody was with more than just you? Like 5 years ago? 2020? COVID? He's been a monogamist for a while. This family been broke up.
Yeah, I always forget too how far behind we are real life with these episodes.
I don't think we are, though. We have caught up because we are past Garrison's passing.
Oh, okay.
Which was a year ago. Last season, they hauled ass and caught us up.
Thank goodness.
Now, Kody has been dwindling between vengeful and angry to benevolent and kind. Holy Robyn cow. At what point do you get off this roller coaster and go talk to a doctor? Like, this is no way to live.
You know, I've said it before. He's so full of shit. He's just, it's like, I am not surprised that this is where it's at after 20 seasons. Just listening to him, like, and we see it all throughout the episode. Like, there's just no accountability. There's none.
None. They're in denial. Robyn is in denial. I can't imagine living like the way he's describing his life being a roller coasters. Roller coasters make me sick, which pretty much describes how I feel about Kody.
I love roller coasters, but I wouldn't want to live it. Like, I wouldn't want to continuously be on one.
I loved them when I was young, but now that I'm not young, give me some stability.
Oh, I'd still go jump on one.
I don't need my head jerking around to probably get whiplash. Now, Kody is talking about how he is getting the kids ready for school. He says, Solomon's in the shower. This is not what his wives did to get ready for school, or Logan or Aspen did to get ready for school. These kids are at an age where they're showering themselves and dressing themselves. You think Kody is packing lunch or sending them with lunch money? You think he's making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
No.
Do you think Logan was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches when that family was broke and they just got on TV? Yes. Do you think Aspen was sitting there getting the kids dressed for school? Yes. You're not a hero here, Kody. You're not dad of the year letting your self-sufficient kids get ready for school and handing them lunch money and hoping they don't get beat up for it later on that day.
Yeah. Well, he's not doing that with him and Robyn's kids, though.
Not doing what?
Because they're both there and present.
Yeah. And when he's getting them ready for school, they're already at an age where they're getting themselves ready and he's giving them lunch money.
I thought I saw him brushing Solomon's hair.
Solomon is the same age as Truly. May I remind you?
He doesn't need his hair brushed by his dad. I thought it was really interesting because he said that he had been devoted to his family when they were like the big, large family, but he's embedded in this smaller family that he's in now. Like he's more present or something.
He hasn't been present in that big family for 5 years.
Oh,
since
I know.
2020.
Yeah.
And even before that, he was on the fringes.
Well, he got to just, I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. He basically could go in, do all the happy, fun stuff, and then leave. Like the hard stuff was never on his plate.
And
it was always on the mom's plates or the older kids' plates. You know, he was never like.
And he's trying to be this hero, like, oh, I'm brushing my adult child's hair. Okay, well, not quite, but we are almost driving a car by ourselves at this point. What kind of points is he trying to scoop?
I don't know.
What kind of wool is he trying to pull over our eyes? I'm already partly blind, and he's still not pulling the wool over my eyes.
Well, me too, obviously, with all my eye issues here lately. Hence
Got
the
a cataract
glasses.
in this one. The doctor keeps telling me to get it fixed. I fixed my double vision, though, so I'm like, we're good.
I will say,
I'm only seeing one of everything.
Yeah, I will say these, like, the sunglasses are helping so much better. Well, they're not sunglasses. The computer glasses are helping so much better with the computer and the video lights. My eyes don't feel near as bad as they used to.
I don't think that's going to fix my stage 4 retinopathy, which I need to sign up for that doctor's appointment. Anyway. And then we see something really spectacular. We see Kody take the exact same story and twist it 3 different ways. The story is he barely talks to his ex-wives and he doesn't talk to them in person. But the way he describes it and his feelings toward it seem very different. So for Janelle, it's we talk every once in a blue moon. We get along pretty well. With Meri, things could be easier. I barely talk to them. Now, Meri is living in Parowan. Janelle is living in North Carolina. So when he's saying talk to them, it's not in person. Kody ain't taking a trip to North Carolina to go have a little chitty chat with Janelle.
No.
But he barely talks to her once in a blue moon. He says he barely talks to Meri. But then that bitch, Christine, things could be easier, but all we do is text about Truly and where to go and when to do pickups. And she doesn't talk to me, at least not in person. Nobody's talking to you in person. Nobody's even talking to you. But things are very well with Janelle. But when it comes down to Christine, it's all business and it's hard. No, sir. No, sir. This is all the same. The reason that Christine is making sure that none of this is on the phone, we're not talking in person. The reason she's not picking up the phone to call you is she's creating a record for the courts.
Yeah.
She wants to be able to prove all the crazy things you do say to her.
Yeah. Good point.
She's smart.
Mm-hmm. What he's saying is also a contradiction. Because he then turns around when they're talking about the Coyote Pass because it's still not been sold yet. And he's talking about, they have things on Coyote Pass and they need to get them off of there. And what's his response? What does he say?
They weren't nice to me, which is why I'm not going to do anything to help them get it off.
They haven't been kind.
Through you, Janelle, who lives in North Carolina, I'm not getting anything off of your property, our combined property, because you're not nice to me.
Not kind. You being mean. You're being mean. You're a meanie.
You are playing victim, sir. You are playing victim.
Right, but
That's
it's
my
a
weenie
complete
whistle.
It's a complete contradiction to what he was saying. He doesn't have a good relationship with them if he's turning around and saying, I'm not cleaning this off because you're not kind to me.
See, this man speaks in contradictions. He also
whole
sits there
time.
and says things escalated and escalated and escalated. And then I turn around and you know what? I do love them. Get off this roller coaster. The train is now leaving the station. And guess what? I don't think it's gotten back on track.
I'm wondering if he's just saying that to try and change some public opinion or something about him. Like this season now, all of a sudden, I loved them. I was wrong. I loved them.
When things don't add up logically, you and I both know it's because something's being fabricated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The truth will line up. The truth will have a way of lining up. His hypocrisies, he knows this is the end. He doesn't want to go out with haters. Well, take accountability. Just like Vince on Big Brother, jury wanted to see accountability. Kody, we know you haven't done a 180 after 20 seasons. You've been an asshole for half of them. You still are. You're not fooling us.
No, I didn't buy it either.
Nobody bought it.
No.
Don't go into acting after this, sweetheart.
It probably made it worse, actually.
What, the herpes?
No. No, the public hate. Probably
The hemorrhoids? Oh, the public hate. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's growing on his ass, and it's not Janelle. She's in North Carolina, which she loves. She never thought she would move to North Carolina, never thought about that state, but now that she's there, her, Kate Gosselin, it's like everybody moves to North Carolina. They love it.
Mm-hmm.
4 seasons.
Yep, I was getting ready to say. She said that, she has the 4 seasons. They've
And not
got
the
this
hotel, not like the fancy
Right.
hotel. She's talking about spring, summer, winter, and fall.
I did not remember that was like 156 acres that they bought.
Yeah, it was an old pine farm.
Yeah, they're very excited.
This is like what my husband's family in South Carolina does. They do timber, and they've got a lot of lands all over the Carolinas, and they cut those pine trees. His grandfather started this pine tree business, and they have a timber processing company. So yeah, these pine farms. I've never actually been out to. There's a bunch of property they have out in Camden. I don't know. Looking at a bunch of land doesn't interest me.
I think
I'll
we
go to the
should
beach, but no.
I think we should do a road trip and try and find their flower farm.
Oh, Janelle's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We could
You want to?
even do a live.
Y'all want to?
We're in front of Janelle's flower farm.
And we're interviewing Janelle. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dee is talking about us being stalkers. Honestly, I'm probably too lazy to stalk. That's Dee. That's got to be like a 7-hour drive.
I wasn't thinking stalking, just nosy. Is it really going to be that long?
Well, it takes 3 hours to get to Charlotte. Aren't they in Raleigh?
I thought that they were over around like Greenville. Where is this property? I thought it was around Greenville.
North Carolina?
Yeah. No.
Greenville, South Carolina?
Why
That's
did
still a 4-hour drive. If you're going to Asheville, that's 5 hours from here. We're at the coast.
We need
You
to
might
see
be
where
even
this is
farther
at.
away. This is if I jump right on 95 after about 45 minutes.
Yeah. We may need to do we may need to see exactly where this is at from our location.
These reconsidering already.
It's damn Monday. I can't think of anything.
Charlotte, that would be 6 to 7 hours of driving round trip. She's talking about 14 hours.
Hey, I am a girl who would drive to Ohio for a freaking pizza that took 6.5 hours to get there.
Have you seen my driving? Especially if I'm not medicated. That's how I got diagnosed with ADD.
Yeah. Rob, I used to drive him crazy because he'd be like, what do you want to do today? Because, Saturday morning, I'm like, let's go to Ohio and get Cardos.
That is crazy. Let's go to Ohio.
That's what he told me.
Craziest thing I've ever heard.
That's what he told me. He's like, you're crazy. I ain't driving to Ohio for pizza. I'm like, it's the best pizza.
Speaking of Ohio, I was having a nightmare earlier when you woke me up. I'll have to tell you about it later. It was definitely Ohio relevant. So I like North Carolina. I like the Carolinas. We do have, well, we don't really have 4 seasons on the coast.
Not here,
South
but we
Carolina.
did it when we lived up closer to Charlotte. We did.
We did. When we first met right outside of Charlotte, the Queen City, the QC. I like the coast better, but that's okay. Yeah, the terrain is gorgeous. If you go out west, there's a lot of desert. There's like lush trees and green grass here and rivers and streams and ponds and oceans. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. We have a variety, like mountains to ocean. It's crazy, but I love it.
And Janelle, she's looking like a Carolina girl. She's almost got like this Duke colored shirt on, like dark blue. She looks like she should be wearing some pearls. She fits right in. And she's trying to make friends. She is going to coffee lessons and cooking lessons. And when I used to live in Charlotte, we would go to like wine festivals, which is where I learned about those cheddar crackers I made today, where you take the saltine and put the cheese on. And
you were telling
red
me.
pepper. Have that with a little glass of Merlot. Oh, divine. So I'm glad she's enjoying the Carolinas. Welcome, Janelle. Now, kind of early in the episode, we're seeing pictures of Kody on the mountain or in front of the mountain with all his wives, like happier times. This man looks like a deer. I don't know what's giving deer, but and I'm not talking Bambi. He looks like some scary ass deer that somebody's about to take out. Like a deer in headlights. I think that's how he felt most of this relationship. He was just a deer in headlights.
Clueless. He was just clueless.
Now we go to Christine and David's house. It is in the middle of nothing. You just see desert all around in this little like subdivision.
Yeah. I
can't imagine.
Oh, no, I couldn't either.
And she's making Tuscan bean soup, which she says soup is her love language. You know what? I think soup is my love language too. I think that's why I passed out for most of the day. I made this delicious creamy potato soup, homemade this weekend. I used my food processor to slice up the potatoes, to shred the big block of sharp cheddar cheese. I crisped up the bacon, did a shortcut there. I got the pre-cooked stuff and just zapped it in the microwave and made my own little bacon bits. And then I cut up a green onion. And you make like a roux. You make almost like a gravy that you just cook the potatoes in. So heavy cream, chicken broth, salt, white pepper, little bit of garlic. Delicious. You cook it for about an hour and boom, I'll have to post a picture of the potato soup. Maybe even on the YouTube. But
may have to share the recipe now that you've talked about it.
Chili's copycat recipe. It's Chili's copycat recipe, and it is so darn good. And then you've been making your beef soup, which is what even got me on a soup kick.
Yeah, my beef and noodles.
Oh, God. Nothing says good nap like eating a bowl of soup and passing out all day.
Oh, I know. I was just relaxing all weekend because, I fell twice last week. So
I'm just glad you didn't
I was
break
sore. I know, me too. I was very sore.
So
I am such a klutz.
I'm so mad that we did not record at this point. She had her headphones on and she got up. Our headphones are wired so we can monitor. She got up to walk away and the headphones tripped her back.
Me back. Fell. And then I tripped over the dog. Like I've seen those memes that talk about
same day
falling going upstairs, and I'm like, that's totally me. Like I am the person that falls going upstairs. I have literally done it.
Was I on the phone with you when you tripped over the dog? Because I remember feeling like
I
your
was like
life alert.
screaming, and I was like, "Shit, that hurt!"
Like my grandpa used to have a life alert, and he'd press the button just to make sure that the person was like still awake. He's like, "Hey, you there? No, I'm okay. I'm just saying hey and making sure you're up in case I need you." That's what it felt like being on the phone with you when you fell for the second time.
You asked
that
me
day.
if you.
I was like, "Do I need to call an ambulance? Did you break a hip, D?"
I didn't, but man, I was sore all weekend. I was just like, I'm just gonna relax. I'm not doing anything.
So just like your walking skills are rough, first year of marriage is rough for a lot of people. But for David and Christine, it's, with some exceptions, it's been rather smooth. They're, what David says, we're just too old to care about the little stuff.
I thought he hit the nail right on the head. And
Absolutely.
our age group, the things that younger people get mad and upset about and fight about, we're like, I don't want to die on that hill. I'll pick something else.
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die on that hill. I'll find another one.
I'll trip over my dog. I agree. I mean, I was 34 when I got married and Rob was 40. It was the first time we got married. We're still on it 7 years later. But yeah, you just get to a point where you're like, not even worth it.
Like I said, you don't want to die on that hill.
You just hold on for dear life.
One. I'll find another one.
Make sure that life alert is working. Garrison's death was hard, and it must have been especially hard for David because he lost his wife the same way. So I can only imagine marrying somebody, being so close, and them going through something so similar. That's got to bring up some of those emotions.
Yeah, and then there's a sense of helplessness, because you know that there's nothing you can do to help your loved one get through it.
It's just time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Meri, she's about to do Seeking Brother Husband. She's going out with all the men on a speed date.
She's speed dating to find her soulmate.
And Jen is giving sage advice. Don't look like you just rolled out of bed, Meri. I'm trying to find you a man.
Yeah, but I honestly, when she came in with the red blazer on, I'm like, okay, I don't know that I would choose a blazer to wear on speed dating or a first date or anything else, honestly.
Blazer either says like attorney kind of job, but I only wear blazers when I have to, or it says grandma about to go to Bible study. Is that what you want to be giving, Meri?
Well, that's,
even though it's red, she's probably like, "Oh, it's spicy. It's red."
Yeah,
it's still
she had her little
jazz
fingers out and stuff.
She kept
her hair
laughing at everything she said, and none of it was funny.
No, snorting. She was snorting at it, like snorting. She wasn't just laughing at herself; she was snorting at herself.
It was like, yeah, I'm not gonna look like I rolled out of bed. Like little Miss Piggy having a heart attack. I don't know how else to describe what
I just wanted to dress her. I was like, please let me find a dress, a nice pretty dress for you to wear. Get rid of the daggone blazer.
I just want to see the shit show go down.
I can't wait because we didn't get to see it this episode. It's going to be next episode, but this should be interesting. I hope they record it so we can watch it.
Now, back in North Carolina, Janelle is making cinnamon rolls, so maybe we should go find her little cottage. I could eat some of those cinnamon rolls.
Oh, they look so good.
And they're right out of the can.
I know.
Just like I like to make them. But can't microwave them. The can is the second best thing. Oh, yeah. When Meri is snorting and laughing, we get some feedback from Kody. And
Kody,
he was like, yeah, Meri and her laugh, it's fine. Like, if you laugh and fart, I'm like, nobody was talking about laughing and farting, Kody. Is that what you do?
I think he was trying to say, I'm okay with snorting. I'm okay if you want to fart when you laugh. That's what I thought he was kind of like. It's good. It's all good.
One of the sister wives are farting. Is it Robyn? Is Robyn just ripping ass when she laughs?
Oh my gosh.
Is she leaving?
That would be awesome. Like, I hope they need to do bloopers. We would probably definitely see her farting while she was laughing if there's bloopers.
Oh man, she would sue CLT. TLC.
TLC.
TLC,
Go back to
Charlotte.
Go back to bed, Lauren. Just go back to bed.
She would like try to sue them so fast. There wouldn't even be a reason to. But Janelle says that she has this strong spiritual witness when she first married Kody. And I was like, no, honey, that was gas. Just fart and it will go away. That's good. Just that wasn't a spiritual witness. Like, maybe it was, though. Maybe that was somebody guiding her toward this show. And she's so glad also that she's in North Carolina because she is away from Flagstaff. After Garrison passed, she doesn't know how she could still be there. So she feels like she's starting this new life.
That's good. I think that's probably the best thing that she could have done.
Now, McKelty, no,
Maddie.
That's it. Oh, gosh. It's been a day. Maddie broke my heart.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, this is not your fault. Do not blame yourself that your dad is a jerk.
I thought it was interesting when she talked about him. She referred to him as Kody. She did not refer to him as dad.
And even when she was talking to Leon in the flashback, she was referring to him as Kody. She said, you just want your dad to show up. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. Exactly. It's about Kody not being there.
Yeah. But she's struggling with trying to find peace with the fact that he is who he is and accepting who he is and understanding that's
Leon, they have found peace with it, but she's just not at that point yet. She wants reconciliation.
I mean, it was so sad.
Heartbreaking.
It is.
Can't imagine having that kind of relationship, that kind of parent. And then you have Kody sitting there saying, oh, yeah, he wants to get along with his sister wives and his kids, which Maddie says, like, maybe he wants this and he's hurting because he doesn't know how to accomplish this.
Yeah.
He's a broken person.
But at the same time, Robyn was sitting there saying every time I try to talk to him about it, he shuts me down. So does he want it or not?
Because I wonder if it's like a self-sabotage, like he wants it, but he doesn't want them to reject him. So he
says
sure
he can, he says that he can only do it if it's on their terms. It has to be on their terms. Well, at this point, they're your children. They're not wanting to speak to you, and you have 18 of them. So there's a consensus among 18 children versus you as one person. Maybe you should start listening to what they actually have to say. Listen to your kids.
He wants to be happy. Like, he wants him to be happy. He doesn't care about the kids being happy. He only wants to be close to them for his happiness.
Yeah.
Which
it's
would
just
be
sad.
on his terms.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen the same thing with the whole marriage and why it fell apart. You know, it wasn't him. It was the other 3 wives.
And he wasn't trying to do it or fix things for him to be happy. Like, if he's making any effort, or for them to be happy. If he's making any effort, it's to make Robyn happy so that he can have her and be happy.
I think it always comes back to Robyn. So
now I think Janelle had an interesting point. She said, make polygamy legal.
I was laughing at this.
Probably push people away from it because no man is going to want to split his
assets
between 4 to 5 women, which quite contraire. I'm pretty sure I've seen several men that have had 4+ wives, like at separate times. Doesn't stop anybody or everybody. But it would at least give them a legal out. Now, it doesn't mean that they have that spiritual out, though. Janelle brings this up when she is talking about spiritual divorce. And actually, as I fell asleep watching this was part of my dream, was me posing this question: if you had the legal divorce, would you still need the spiritual divorce? Because with Catholicism, you get legally divorced, but then you have to go through the church to get the annulment. Also, with Meri got the legal divorce and still needed this spiritual divorce. So just making it legal, that goes to assets. But it comes up when she's talking about spiritual divorce, which doesn't negate the need for a spiritual divorce. They still need the spiritual divorce as well as the legal divorce.
Well, she did. and Meri. Christine was perfectly fine without doing the spiritual divorce.
Nobody really
Needs it.
it.
I guess that's why it's called spiritual.
If you have that belief, which Christine no longer has that belief, because that's the divorce with your promise between you and God. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense how it comes up in that context. That has to be the edit. That may have come up with like the Coyote Pass conversations, because Kody only wants to be fair to himself, but this way you would have a court be able to get involved. But as far as a legal divorce, for it to come out of that, the spiritual divorce, well, Meri is the perfect example. Meri got a legal divorce from Kody and still needed the spiritual divorce. So one doesn't solve the other. I think that was the edit.
Yeah. I think you're probably right.
Kody isn't getting the kids ready for school by himself either. Robyn is the one that wakes up Ariella after Kody takes Salmon,
I think,
off to school. I mean, that kid in the kitchen is almost as tall as Kody and Robyn. Why is Kody brushing his hair? He's the size of you, and he's got a phone that he keeps in his pocket. And Mommy's like, oh, don't do that. We want to make sure you reproduce one day and make sure this family line stays intact. No, we need to stop it. I mean, at least it probably has less incest than... Anyway, let the kid put the phone in his pocket, Robyn. Cool your tits. Apparently, Robyn's family is putting a ton of pressure on them to let them know, are you seeking sister wife? Are you looking for someone else? I'm not getting that vibe off of Kody or Robyn.
Not either.
You failed at it the first time. A lot of people would say try again, but don't drag anybody else into this mess.
New series, Kody and Robyn seeking sister wife.
Horrible ratings.
I don't know how anybody would. I don't know how anybody would be interested after watching this shit show for 20 years, but apparently people are. So
Robyn sitting there saying when Kody had all of these wives, he was only here a few days a week. That's still most of the week, Robyn. If he's there a few days, more than a couple of days, which would be 3 or more, and he has 4 wives, that means that if he spent one day with everybody, he's spending the rest of the week with you. You're getting at least half the week.
I thought it was interesting when he said that he had less accountability when he had multiple wives and more accountability with just him and Robyn. I'm like...
Very interesting, because Robyn also says that when Kody was a polygamist, he didn't have to account to his wives the same way he does now as a monogamist. It's like she's making him be accountable, but, or at least that's what they want to trick us into thinking.
Well, I'm just thinking to myself, listen, you dumbasses, this is probably why the other 3 left.
Because you were not accountable to them.
Exactly.
You were only accountable to Robyn, which you still are, and she doesn't hold you accountable. She wants to sit there and blame all the other wives for your problems. They're saying they're complaining that Meri is what has made them monogamist. It's not by choice. It's because these other fools left. They did it to be happy. Like, yes, it was by choice. If you are the reason that these actions occur and leave you single, you got to take accountability for it. She is not making him take accountability. Robyn is not making Kody have accountability. He sat there and burnt a fire close to the house because he wanted to make s'mores but didn't walk out to the middle of the yard, and the house catches on fire. Well, he wasn't trying to catch the house on fire. He just wanted him a juicy little s'more. But it's still his fault that the house caught on fire.
Yeah. I thought it was a very interesting statement. I was just, I can't believe that you guys don't see that this is why the other 3 left.
These mental gymnastics are exhausting. My brain is like mush. It's like that Billy Madison quote where the teacher is saying, I think I just got stupider listening to this. It hurts to try to wrap your brain around this wish-washy logic of Kody and Robyn.
Can you imagine being one of the wives when they're still married, trying to get anywhere and have any kind of conversation with him?
Nope. I absolutely cannot, Dee.
I mean, it's just, it blows my mind. And then she validates that stupid shit that he says. She validates
him accountable. They are saying what they think people want to hear. It's like, we see what's happening and what you're saying isn't adding up, which is just giving us all a headache and making us all feel like we want to vomit. Just like if you're on a roller coaster, unless you're D. She likes riding that Kody train.
No, I do not.
So Christine and David are in the NC and they are visiting Janelle. All right, this house bothers the heck out of me. There are shutters on the bottom, but not on the top windows. Just go to Home Depot and get you some shutters, please.
I didn't, and me being typical me, I didn't even notice it until you actually mentioned it.
Once you notice it, aren't you like, just go to Lowe's. Let's fix this problem.
You know, maybe if I was driving by the house, but just getting like a second glance of it in clips, I did not pay any attention to it.
I need it to be fixed. This is bothering me. Anyway,
it would bother me if I actually saw it.
David is going to race Maddie. It looks like they're doing like a 100-yard sprint. I did not expect David to kick her ass. That old man can
Janelle
run.
didn't either. Yeah, Janelle didn't either. She's like, David's not going to beat Maddie.
David
he
whooped up on
Maddie. Yeah, he smoked her.
He's bad.
She should have had a handicap. She should have got like a 5-second lead or something.
She had like a 30-40 year handicap.
No, isn't there like handicaps? Isn't that what they call it like in golf and bowling when you give somebody an advantage before it even starts? Isn't it called like a handicap?
Yeah, in golf. I've never seen that in track.
Well, no, I was being sarcastic. I was being a smart ass. No, they don't do that. They don't do that on track. I know
Meri.
that.
I'm a bitch. Anyway, we've got some aerial views of this land, this big acreage. And Janelle's going to break it down for us. We need a place for the houses, a place for the chickens, and a place for the flowers. Now, the houses have to go where the perk test says that they can go. Perk test, I know that there are a lot of issues with those here on the coast. People will buy land and gotta get it perk tested first, because if you're in that swampy area, you're not going to be able to lay the pipe.
Right. It won't perk.
That sounds dirty. Laying the pipe, it won't perk. But so it's like when you try to sleep with Kody, it won't perk. Unless you're Robyn. He's only laying the pipe one place, which is why Janelle had to have water taken to her house. Anyway, they want to do a flower garden, one that's a little quiet spot for people struggling with mental health issues, which I think is awesome. And they also want to name one of the roads Bob Boulevard after Bob's Flower Teas, which that was Garrison's business. His name was Robert and they called him Bob. Uncle Bob. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, I didn't even know he had like a Hawaiian style shirt business. That's what they said it was.
Well, remember during the funeral last year, the person giving the eulogy, his uncle, wore the Hawaiian shirt and pants that were totally mismatched.
Yeah, I just did not catch that he had a store that he was. I'm assuming it was something online.
And there was that picture of him and Gabe and Kody wearing Hawaiian shirts. I wonder if those were his shirts. They were good looking shirts.
I know. I bet they were.
Despite being on Kody, the 3 shirts look good. If they can make Kody look good, I mean, that sounds like it was a successful business, to be honest.
Yeah.
Jen and Meri are driving to speed dating. Jen's hair, oh my gosh, I sound like my grandma right now, because I remember her complaining about this decades ago. Her ear is popping through her hair and it is driving me nuts. Like, there's hair in the front of it, there's hair behind it, but her ear's just like poking out, just like an elf ear or something. I don't know. But not cute and pointy like an elf ear. It's just strange.
You're having some really major annoying issues today with things. You're like annoyed with
like a lemon.
First it was shutters, now it's the woman's ear.
I just don't like these. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't like nothing today. Go
people.
back to bed.
I know. Everybody keeps waking me up to podcasts. Just kidding. All right. So they're practicing the speed dating. And Jen's like, hi, my name's Edward. Oh, gosh. This is what we're going to set her up with. An Edward and a Thomas. Like Tim Tom. Okay.
You're forgetting
And then
Bob.
she's like, yeah. And then she's like, hi, your name's spelled weird. It's Meri. That's such a coincidence. My name is Bob and it's spelled with 2 O's. And this what happens. I'm like, are you actually laughing at this joke?
I thought it was funny.
She's about to pee her pants. She's laughing so
Hey,
hard. It's
boob.
time to bust out them depends.
I'm boob.
I'm boob. Oh my gosh. I did
can't
not
believe
think
you didn't think it was funny.
maybe it's because it was Jen. Maybe her ear was just turning me the wrong way.
That's it. You're being prejudiced because of her ear sticking out of her hair.
I don't like that. I'll let pull it up, girl. Pull it up. Nobody got time for that.
I want.
So Meri wants to know at what point in this 6-minute date does she bring up the fact that her last husband had 4 wives at the same time?
I don't think it belongs. I don't think it belongs in the first 6 minutes. I don't think it belongs in the first date period, whether it's 6 minutes
don't do
speed
that.
dating or dinner.
You don't do that, Meri. No, we don't do that. She said that she went on a date with some guy, and once he found out about it, he was just so appalled that he couldn't date her anymore. That was an excuse. Like, if you're really interested in somebody, everybody's got a past. Are you really gonna like agree with every person that your partner has ever been with? Is that a prerequisite to being with someone?
It was probably the best out the guy could come up with. Because he doesn't have to insult her any. He doesn't have to say it has anything to do with her. It's just, I can't deal with that. I don't want to. Bye.
Look, you don't want to date someone who can't deal with the fact that you have a past, because we all had a past. I got married at 34. I saw my husband's past and he saw my past too, because we were friends before we ever dated.
Yeah, same. No, I just think it was just his polite way of getting out of seeing her again.
The only thing I didn't like about my husband's past was there was this one girl and she didn't want to be friends with us. And I was like, she's not being nice to his friends. I don't like that. Whatever. Didn't work out for him. So sad. Gotta get with my friends. Oh my God, Spice Girls. Oh my gosh, ADHD. I didn't take my meds today. I know we have a lot of work tomorrow, so I was like,
that's one of the things we were actually waiting on this morning. You were like, I got to take my ADD meds. I'm gonna take it. Watch this.
And then I sat down and I gave the doggies their meds, and I thought, you know what? I really don't want to take it 2 days in a row, because today we're just going to be podcasting all day, and tomorrow it's the last day of the month. We got to do some legal work. We got to grind some out before we do that 90-day fiance. And I was like, I'm just going to save the energy for tomorrow. Believe me, I've been sleeping all day. Anyway, ADHD sidetrack. We're back. Meri, like, it didn't work out. It's fine. You want a guy who embraces who you are, doesn't worry about the fact that you have a past. You're 54. You got a past. At 54, if you don't have a past, you've got a red flag. Agreed?
Oh, yeah. At this stage in my life, for sure.
I mean, I'm 40. And if you don't have a past at 40, you've got a red flag. Like, if this is the first time you're dating somebody, why? Why all of a sudden at, 40 are you going to start trying to date then? That's creepy. Like, oh, you waited all of your life and now all of a sudden you're changing. No. You are who you are. Anyway, I digress. This is going to be a shit show.
That's why we're covering it.
I mean, this dating, like,
I Okay, that too.
This isn't going anywhere good. Meri doesn't feel like she's worthy because of her past. Like, she is not confident about herself to where she feels like she needs to have mouth diarrhea within 6 minutes of meeting somebody and just get it out there to like push off any bad omens.
Maybe it's a form of self-sabotage.
Like, just get to know someone. Just, hi, my name is Meri. I spell it weird, boob.
I thought it was funny.
Speaking of boobs, yours are hitting your knees. Not yours, but mine. That's what dating middle-aged is like. Do your boobs hang low? Do you sing them to and fro? Can you tie them in a bow? Oh my gosh. The ADD's real, y'all. So we see they're all in. They're putting stickers on trees, tying them off, figuring out which ones they're going to tear down. This does not appeal to Christine. She says North Carolina. To be fair, though, not all of North Carolina is a rule like that. When you go into Charlotte, when you go into the QC, when you go into the cities, that is a whole different vibe. When you go to the coast and you are in OBX or on the beach over in Wilmington, completely different vibe. You've got like this coastal theme. The rural areas, that's just one part of North Carolina. And to be fair, Christine wants to live in the suburbs, but we saw her suburbs. Her suburbs were in the middle of nowhere, desert.
Well, that tells us a lot. We know what she likes. Barren, sandy looking, you know.
Not like sand in a good way with an ocean beside it.
Right.
Actually kind of landlocked. I think she just likes being in Utah, being where she feels comfortable with her family.
Well, and her kids are there, yeah.
Some of them, yeah. Now, Janelle, she wants to put cabins up. She wants enough room, kind of the Coyote Pass dream, where everybody can come visit. And then Christine says, no, I want my place to be where everyone can visit. We can have like a gang war. What? Are we like the Crips and the Bloods here?
The Janelles and the Christines. I guess they're going to fight over whose house it goes to. Janelle's not buying that. She
Are
don't
we
really
throwing up signs? I don't know.
It's probably going to be.
Janelle's like, I'm not into the gang wars. It's cool. Like, we can have two places, East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah, maybe they'll do Easter or Thanksgiving at one place and Christmas or, you know, another holiday at another one.
And then they show this picture of Garrison when he's a little boy standing in front of a fire. Oh, he's so adorable. He looks like my little boy. All little blonde hair boys look alike. Sent me a picture of Colin, and I was like, it looks like Jake. But it made me sad. A little baby.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Kody and Robyn are going out to dinner, and it's never a bad time to go out to dinner until they actually go out to dinner and we watch them start licking the fuck, D. What did I want to gouge my eyes out right now. You laugh. I'm vomiting over here. First of all, I was imagining Robyn licking something other than a fork, which I'm sure Kody was as well.
That was the whole point, I think. Well, no, it started with him. Like, she asked
was
him
like, I was licking something and didn't pay attention to what you were doing. And she goes, I like when you lick. She started it. But then I'm thinking about Kody licking anything. And I'm like, get your face off of me.
Well, by the look on his face, he was thinking about it too. You know?
They were both thinking about it. And I was thinking about
Kody.
which thumb and how much pressure to apply to make this stop to my eye. Like, the only thing I wanted stuck in at that point was my finger in my eye. Gross. Like, gross. And then she's so shy. That's why she didn't lick that fork like a lollipop.
And then when she did, she like covered it, the top of it, so you like couldn't see it on camera where she licked the fork. And I'm just like,
girl, own your ho-ness. Like you just said, oh, I like when you lick, but then you're not going to own that ho-ness.
No,
I just ho.
Like I just see them like sexting, and he's like, I so want you to lick my knife, and she's like, I so want you to lick my fork.
God, I so want to vomit.
Fork me.
No. Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
I'm just glad I don't have visual images in my head. This is one of the benefits of aphantasia. Like, I know I'm grossed out, but I don't have to see it. Oh my gosh. It just be a hoe. Just your ho-ness, Robyn. And then they're talking about sister wives, and it's such a cock tease. She doesn't want a sister wife like she did in her youth. She tried it out. It didn't work out. This is such a cock tease. She's not going to want sister wives in a few years.
And I don't honestly think that she wanted them when she got them, the way she acted.
Maybe she's like, I had some options. Maybe they kind of backed out at the last minute. They were like, yeah, I'm not into this. You're kind of weird. No.
When she was sitting there talking about how she had turned down several proposals, I was just like, come on, give me a break. This is as bad as the whole, what was it, Axel model crap or whatever. What was the diesel model? She was a diesel model. Right. Nobody, as far as I know, nobody's been able to find those.
You know, I look different than I did 30 years ago, but who is proposing to Robyn?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how many? Okay, so you got married at 34. How many proposals have you had in your life?
2.
Okay, so you didn't turn down multiple proposals by 34. That's the whole point I'm getting at.
Yeah, but you know what?
They're making it sound like
I had a lot of relationships.
That's not the same as a proposal.
Yeah, well, they couldn't handle all this. They couldn't handle all this, baby. This is something quite more special than Robyn.
You need to lay off the forks too.
I probably could have had more proposals if I was less picky, but I was a heartbreaker. Okay, let's get out of that. I mean, maybe if you don't turn anybody down, there's a lot more option. I
have no idea.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense, channel surfers. Production. This is production. This is an edit. I'm convinced. This didn't happen. It's all fictional. The magic of editing. Kody says that the only reason I would want another wife is to bang her, which gross. Robyn saying that's not the right reason. Do you think it was ever the right reason? They don't want anything unless it's guaranteed, which there's no guarantees. You have to always put effort in.
Well, and they have to adore Robyn, like flat out adore Robyn.
Like go down and muff dive on her?
Well, possibly, but I mean, it wasn't said, but he would, this person has to adore Robyn.
And then he's sitting there almost like, can you meet my needs? And saying that monogamous men don't get enough. I think Kody maybe has like a hyper sex drive there. There's just variations across men, across women. Some women have higher sex drives than men. Some men have higher sex drives than their women. It's just a spectrum. And maybe Kody's just, I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to go too deep into that either.
They pinky kiss and decide that they're going to be monogamists and only bang each other, which we're all safe. The rest of the world, we are safe from Kody's dick. Yeah. Also, yeah. And we end the first episode of season 20 with Meri arriving at speed dating. She is offered some water or a coffee with some powdered cream. It's going to be awesome. Aren't we just so excited? Go get your card. Meri is pumped. She is on that caffeine machine. She has got her card. She is in this part of her life where she's saying yes to everything. Hopefully some of the dudes there overheard it and ask her for anal later.
And ignore the red blazer that she's wearing.
Just say yes, baby. Just say yes. She doesn't know what kind of men are going to be there. Like, yeah, that's why you're there for 6 minutes to get to know them.
And
so
why
stop overthinking it?
Yeah, why isn't there wine? Like, why is there coffee? There should be wine.
And you know it's got that cream powder. Like, they're putting it all in packets in there. This isn't like, hey, come get your pumpkin spice cream. This is like, open up this powder packet.
It's not no
Snort it off the
Starbucks.
table and let's go. I mean, well, you know.
Mhm.
All right. That's it. That is the opener of season 20 of Sister Wives. Thoughts? I love North Carolina. Love
We
South
love
Carolina
North
even
Carolina.
more.
In South Carolina, even more. Exactly.
We don't want to taste anything that's on Kody's fork
Or
or
Robyn.
Robyn's,
Yeah.
or even think about them in forks. Christine has married a pretty rad dude.
I love him.
I love him too. He's fast.
He's fun.
I wonder if he's fast in the bed though.
I doubt it.
I'll think about him forking. All right. And Meri in a red blazer is like a red flag. Guys, just look at those red banners right in front of you. All right, channel surfers. Well, we hope you enjoyed our season 20 opener of Sister Wives. Earlier today, Mama C and I posted our season 27 finale of Big Brother. And tomorrow, after we get our legal stuff done, tomorrow afternoon, we will be back with 90 Day the Other Way. Dee and I are also tossing around ideas right now about when to drop our Love is Blind. We're going to watch it Wednesday and figure it out. There are two theories that we have. We're either going to drop one Wednesday, one Thursday, and one Friday, or we're going to drop one Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and Sunday nights. We're just going to watch the ones on Wednesday and figure it out. We will tell you Wednesday when they're going to come out, but one will come out Wednesday. It's just whether or not we're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Because they released 3 episodes. And if you're going to watch 3 episodes on Wednesday, you're not going to want to listen to all 3 podcasts on the same day. Plus, I think with the algorithms, if we release multiple ones in a day, I don't know if it helps with visibility. Whatever. We are going to figure it out. If you have any opinions on it, come on over to our Facebook group. Let us know. I've texted my friends. I'm like, what would you guys prefer? So just we're going to take all the feedback into consideration. We love you guys. We want you to be able to enjoy the reliving of every moment of Love is Blind. I cannot wait. Dee has never seen this.
I've never seen it.
It is the best show. It is the best show on TV. I'm just so excited. All right, channel surfers, y'all have a good night. Bye.
Let's ride.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.